influence in every aspect of life. AZD is a master of human nature, blending the precision of martial arts, the intensity of stoicism, and the power of raw charisma. With each word, each lesson, and each encounter, he inspires men to claim their throne and women to unlock their divine essence. At IMC Nation, we don't teach you to survive. We teach you to thrive. We don't preach conformity. We celebrate individuality. Through world-class training, daily masterminds, and life-changing camps, we awaken the primal instincts within you, instincts that society has tried to silence. This is where the warriors of the mind and heart gather. This is where legacies are built. This is where you become the greatest version of yourself. You felt it, the call to rise above the ordinary. IMC Nation is waiting for you. Will you answer the call? Step into greatness, live by the code, become unstoppable.
IMC Nation, everybody welcome. AZD, Arise the Par, motherfucking D-Bizarre. If the motherfucking is not there, it ain't me, okay? But motherfucking is there. And this is IMC Nation. It's a worldwide movement. A movement would be like civil rights movement, Black Lives Matter movement, and all those other garbage movements. And they're all garbage. Every one of them is garbage. Every single one of them is pure trash. Because they made nobody better, and they made everybody against everybody. Fuck Black Lives Matter, fuck the civil rights, fuck feminism, and fuck everybody else who came in here to try to make something out of us. We are IMC Nation. We're our own movement. Men and women, okay? Welcome to our world. This is what we're doing. For the next 15 to 20 minutes, I'm going to lecture worldwide on our philosophy. And you're going to get to see why we are a movement in the world. And we're the #1 movement of individuals bettering themselves and evolving. We have the greatest relationships with our families, with our friends, with our comrades, with our men, women, children, you know, whether that's marriage or girlfriend or whatever. We even have great relationships with our enemies. If you like to have a good enemy, come my way, and I'll show you the greatest villain you've ever seen in your fucking life. You will die a happy death, knowing you died at the hands of someone who was worthy of killing you quickly. So this is what we're doing. If you have anybody that likes to challenge our philosophy, I'm here every day at 10 a.m. as the founder and the leader of IMC Nation, ready to face any man or woman that can stand in front of me and show the world that I don't know what I'm doing and they know what they're doing. I'll crush them. I'll annihilate them with truth. Philosophy. As said before, truth doesn't need to be protected, doesn't need to be defended. It's a lion that needs to be unleashed, and I am unleashed. So everybody welcome here. Let's get started with the book you should all have. It's only $10. It's a mocha plus a fucking, I don't know, a Danish or some shit, right? Yeah, go to Starbucks, you'll spend $10, and here's wisdom for life. Let's see what you think. Here we go. I'm going to open it up, and I had it marked, so I don't keep repeating the same shit. All right, here we go. First of all, stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to fit in. Why? Here's the next sentence. It's destroying your spirit, your soul. Next one. I do not rely on physical strength alone. Well, no shit. My true power lies in my mind and in submitting their minds. And this they cannot escape from, no matter how far they run. This is my ninja way. Next one. I'm going to skip that one. Has to do with women. Here we go. Them. AZD. What have you sacrificed to be at the power level that you are right now? Answer. Every fucking thing you could imagine to be here. Okay? You have to die to be reborn again as the new you. And we have a process. From here, we go to a men's class. And that begins the process of creating the life you want, designing it. Then I'm going to go to my advanced class. We are the real Jedi. We are the real Marvel superheroes. We are the DC. Again, if you don't believe it, bring anybody who says I'm a phony right here tomorrow or right now. Call them. Let them challenge me, and I'll show you what it looks like. Or, better yet, we live in Las Vegas. That's our main base here. We have other bases here too. Come to Las Vegas and come see for yourself, okay? Come see what it's like, the evolution of mankind. When man merges the Spirit of God with the animal body that he has and unites it, integrates it, and becomes one, okay? So that's all I'm gonna say on this right now because the river is flowing and we just gotta get you to the river, okay? Do you know that the entire world is trying to do their best? And what we call insanity is when we see a bird ram its head against a tree, right? Or you go somewhere and a monkey has a stick in his hand and he's whacking himself in the face. That's insanity. If you went somewhere and you saw a chimpanzee jump from a building to its death because it couldn't handle the pressures of life, we would know that that chimpanzee was messed up, okay? And humans are doing that. Why? Because they've been given the wrong information. You have wrong data entered into your brain, into your mind. And when you have wrong data, no matter how hard you try to do right, you can't do right. For example, the data is on another planet in a parallel universe. They're brand new, and they find sand by the beach. And they go there, and there's a bunch of men who are building these incredible sand castles. And it's pretty amazing to build a sand castle. But right now, the tide is low, right? And people come by, and they spend a lot of money and energy, and they teach them how to build little sand castles. And as surely as the sun rises, that tide is coming up and washing it all away, even if it hasn't come up for a while. Go stand next to the ocean. Eventually, at least during the full moon, that tide will rise. No matter what. No matter what. So you have failed 1,000 times, 1,000,000 times, 10,000 times. You have failed in improving your condition the way you want to. You've done little here, little there. Some of you got great at business. We have Brett, one of our brothers over there. He's a master in business mind. We have people online. We have Chip Richards. He has a ripped body that if any man or woman would want to look like that. We have people online who've achieved high level things. We have Will Rios. He's a lawyer with 3 law degrees, a black belt, and holds position in IMC Nation. Listen, people have done well in areas of life. However, life is more than just one area. And life consists of, first and foremost, your relationships. Let's start with this. Your relationship with yourself. As Matea, the follower, the predecessor, no, the one who comes after. Who comes after? What's the word? The one who came after. How's that? Successor. The one who came after Buddha and finished his job. As Matea said, there can be love for self. Let's just start with that. Let's take the teachings of Matea. He said there can be love for self. Somewhere, you either love yourself to a high degree or you don't. You may have been taught to hate yourself, which is that bird smashing his head. Right? You've been brainwashed. How can you not love yourself? There can be love for self. There can be love for what? Women, men, and children outside of you. You can love the opposite sex. If you're a woman, you can fall in love with a man. If you're a man, you can fall in love with a woman or more. You can love children, right? Children can love their parents. We should be told that, right? You can love the other when it comes to your immediate family. These are the teachings of Matea. There can be love for groups, meaning you could actually belong to a group. I do. It's called IMC Nation. That's my team, my family, my group, my mob, my gang, my tribe, you name it, my brotherhood. You can love the group you're in. You don't have to go complain at your work every fucking day because there's 100 people with 100 different philosophies just trying to make money. Ha! Good slave. Continue on with your slave ways. We'll keep doing what we're doing. There can be love for groups. There can be love for mankind. You can love mankind. You don't have to go around and toot the horn they do, which is man is evil. Man is not evil. I'm not evil. He's not evil. I know him. He's not evil. I know him. I know him. He's not evil. I can vouch for these guys. He's not evil. He's not evil. And he's not evil. I have around me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including myself. I have 7 people around here who are not evil, and we are mankind. Okay? And I have other friends that aren't. So mankind is not evil. He can do evil things, but he's not evil. Right? When he's taught incorrectly, he'll act evil. When he's under pressure, when he's under duress, when he's under suppression, when he's being forced with a gun to his head to pay fucking taxes and do dumb, stupid shit that he shouldn't do. Take any creature and put him in a cage for a while and start beating him up and see what he acts like when you open the cage, okay? There can be love for mankind. There can be love for animals. You can love animals and still eat them, believe it or not. Just like what the Native Americans used to do, the tribes in Nigeria, Tanzania, Somalia, the old African tribes. They love the creatures they eat. They respect the creatures they eat. They're part of the circle of life, right? Simba, circle of life. So there can be love for animals. There can be love for physical material. You don't have to go around denying physical material when you're living in that damn thing. You can love your car. You can love your house. You can love your clothes. You can love the ring or the watch you wear. You can love the hat or the glasses, the socks. You should know that there's love for things. There is love for things, and we are capable of that. This is from Matea. There can be love for ideas and spirits and beings without bodies. You can love angels. You can love demons. You can love spirits. You can love ideas. You can fall in love with an idea, right? You could love, I love IMC Nation. It's a group of ideas put together. And finally, there can be love for the creator or whoever it is, whatever it is. You can love creation and the one who created it. Now, if you do these 8 steps of love, you follow the first teachings of Matea, who's the person who came after Buddha and finished his job. There's a prophecy called Matea, and that when the Buddha passed away, he said, 2,000 years later in the West, where we are, there will be another one just like him, and he's going to come and finish the work that he started. And he said, in one lifetime, it's possible to achieve the state of Bodhi, which is awakened. All that means. That's all that means, right? I sit here awakened because of the Buddha, because of Matea, because of Maharishi, because of L. Ron Hubbard, because of all these great teachers, because of Jesus, because of Muhammad, because of all these prophets. I sit here as an awakened being. I'm awake to my condition of humanity. That's what that means. I understand. I have a mind just like you do. I understand. I have a body just like you do. And I understand that I am not either of those. I'm awake. I understand that there's a process of life taking place. It's got rules and boundaries, limitations and goals and dreams. It's called the game of life. I am not it, but I'm engaged in playing Monopoly. I'm awake to the game of life. I'm aware of memento mori, that this thing will end sometime soon. Even if it goes another 100 years in the span of a spirit is absolutely nothing. It's a breath. It's one inhale, one exhale every lifetime. One inhale, one exhale every life. Every time you breathe in and out, one lifetime goes away. Literally. I'm aware of these things. I'm aware of carpe diem, which is seize the day. That all we have is right now, this moment, that I'm going to give you 100% of what I have right now. That's it. That's called seizing the day. I'm aware. I'm awakened to it. I understand that it's the best choice. The only choice is the best choice. No other choice. If I have a choice, I'll take the best choice. End of story. It's a choice, right? I'm going to do everything I can, carpe diem, to seize the day. I understand these things. I understand, and I'm awake to amor fati, which means what? To love the fate that I've been given, the cards that I've been given, the challenges I've been given, the rewards I've been given. That's my story and not yours. And your story is yours and not mine. And amor fati, thank you for allowing me to live this life and experience all these incredible things and evolve and grow as an individual. This is IMC Nation. This is that be the best, fuck the rest shit. Right? Shout out to the Red Dragon, my brother. It's the end of a song, okay? All right, so anyways, this is who we are. Now, I'm also awake and aware of the same thing you are right now, of how powerful this lecture is. That in the last 10 minutes, it's been worth more than anything. God has spoken just as God is listening. There's nothing else that could ever happen. God is always speaking. God is always listening in one verse called the universe. If you want to know God, know universe. If you want to know the universe, know yourself, because you are it. As above, so below. As within, so without. Yes, you're right. All of us represent the divine. All of us. And because we live in a dualistic universe, yin, yang, Negative, yin, yang, positive, right? Plus, minus, man, woman, day, night, left, right, up, down. Everywhere we look, hot, cold. This is a dualistic universe. So the moment that you and I acknowledge God, we acknowledge the devil. Otherwise, don't talk. But if you're going to speak, those who speak do not know, and those who know do not speak. And don't get caught up on the words. It's like a finger pointing to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger. You'll miss all that heavenly glory. The moment we start speaking about the universe, we got to split it. Because we have to have a way of measuring it. And a point cannot measure itself by itself in empty space. It needs another point at somewhere called an anchor point. Bling. Now, if it has just one point over there, it's still not enough to measure accurately. It needs more than one point, right? So what's happened in today's world, wherever you go from here, the next person you deal with, they're not aware that there's somebody else alive. You know how I know that? You. When they speak to you, they're not aware that you exist. They speak like you're not there. That's how I know that they are one point in space, and because of that, they can never measure their own character. This is the strongest movement of self-help ever on earth, because right now it includes and integrates all self-help movements on earth that have ever worked. That's why. It integrates all religious ideas that are in common. Whether you worship Satan or Jesus, Muhammad or Buddha, it makes no difference. We found the common denominator that works in all of them. You get it? That's what we're interested in. That's science. We can do experiments and get results in the human mind, emotions, and body. We are consistently molding, shaping, and designing our own reality as God intended us to do, right? Again, go every religion, anywhere, anytime. Anywhere, anytime. Pick up any self-help book, anywhere, anytime. And it will tell you, you are responsible for some things and not responsible for others. May God grant me the serenity to know the things that are in my hands, the things that aren't, the things that I can't control. And the wisdom to know the fucking difference. You know that in prayer. It shows up everywhere. So we transcend, go above and beyond color. We transcend even creed, which is what? You're a Christian, sit next to the Satanist, talk to each other. You might both realize that you're just using symbols for something you're both seeking, and what you're both seeking is already seeking you, and it's inside of you. It's the one speaking. That's why you're seeking. You're hungry because your stomach tells you you need to eat, right? Good. You look for God because inside it tells you, I'm looking for God. Inside is speaking all the time. The noise of the mind doesn't allow you to see it. If you got to see the scripted fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, right? What a blessing at a perfect time for the whole world to recognize that even that was scripted. There's just no denying it anymore. I didn't want to believe. However, I'm here as the first to say something that I observed. I believe that Mike Tyson has been brainwashed, and I believe he's a Manchurian candidate, and I could see it in the fight. Go back and watch the fight. Two different guys were fighting in that fight. Every once in a while, he would turn into Mike Tyson for about 2 seconds. Do you remember that? And you watching would be like, oh! And then something would happen. And whatever would happen, what would you see? He would stumble and become feeble. And it looked like he was fighting it. And if you watch his walkout, go ahead and watch the walkout. I've recorded it. Something is wrong. Everybody knows. And you feel bad for him, don't you? Then you don't know Mike Tyson, because I know Mike Tyson. I got my first tattoo, my first face tattoo was because of him. I've created the man sitting here because I saw another man that was so strong, that came through garbage, came through shit, right? And worked and worked and worked. He would do 10,000 sit-ups a day. A day, 10,000. So did Muhammad Ali. So did Bruce Lee, right? We just named 3 of the greatest warriors that we've ever seen in our life. right? 10,000. You know these head moves? Have you seen Mike Tyson's neck? Go find out, just do research how many of those a day he did, what time he would wake up to run every fucking day, what he would eat, and he listened to his mentor. That's the motto, right? Which was a man who came before him with the wisdom to help him, right? This is mankind. And it's 100% visible that A, it was scripted, B, he was under the influence of something. And if it wasn't drugs, because they have to get tested, then it was another thing called hypnosis. Okay? Without a doubt, I saw it. I'm a great hypnotist, and I could see clearly when someone don't know what the command is. Okay? This is crazy. This is crazy. We also saw Kamala Harris, and we saw Biden, and we saw that administration that's gone. We saw them. Good thing we're alive to see it for ourselves. And we also saw when we all had to go run inside and hide because there was some disease in the air that was killing everybody except everybody. I myself got on my bicycle in San Jose, California, and I rode 4 blocks down to the hospital that was next to us. The day where you weren't supposed to be anywhere. And I took a video of these enormous tents that were supposedly on the news, had thousands of people, and there was literally on me, on my life, on my mother's life, on everything, there was not one person in these, not one.
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that?
I remember we posted those videos. These big white tents on Instagram.
They had if you drove past and didn't go in, it would look like what they said.
Yeah.
But I took my bicycle and I went into it. There was not one, there wasn't even a fucking nurse for me to say, what's going on here? There were just these tents with tables set down and beds and things like that. And yes, I knew people that died during that time, and every single one of them died in the hospital, just so you know. I knew 3 people that passed away because my family is brainwashed, and they were telling me that I need to get vaccinated, and I didn't, and I'm fine, and I'm healthy, and I'm strong. And none of my people did, and we're healthy, and we're strong, and not one of us died yet, at least not from that, right? Good thing we are here to see all this, okay? And good thing that I have the courage and the heart of a lion to speak. And so do you, and this is IMC Nation. And salute and shout out to President Trump and his administration. What an honor and a pleasure to watch those men speak about any subject. They speak about the border. I feel it. I was an immigrant. I understand. I came here as an illegal immigrant. Do you understand that? I came here as an illegal immigrant. I saw what my parents went through to become legal. Good. They did it. They did it. Right? That's a testament to my father and my mother and their spirit of survival and wanting to move forward. They didn't give up. We hid in attics. We went through 5 different fucking countries. I changed my birth. I changed my name in school. We changed the address in school. During my birthday, I couldn't have anybody come over. All those things happened, right? Why? Because Dad was intelligent enough to know you should be in a land that allows you to freely speak, as I am right now, right? That no government should have the power to suppress the people the way it does, that the government works for the people. The police officer works for you. The next time he stops you, make sure you're aware of that. Don't speak it, be aware of it, so that subconsciously you're speaking to the employee that's supposed to keep those streets safe, and you're not the one he's supposed to be stopping. That's a fact. Unless he's a criminal, and some of them are. Why? Because criminals are not job descriptions, they're people. In every sector of life, in your own family, in churches, in religions, which is the same thing, in schools, in hospitals, right? Everywhere you look, there will be a criminal taking advantage of people. Just like that, there's also cops that are criminals. Not all of them, of course not. That would be stupid to say. Any human being who gives a blanket statement about humanity is an idiot. He hasn't observed himself, okay? So, what a great class. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna end this right now. Time is 10:26. In 4 minutes, I start an only men's class. An only men's class, all right? If you haven't registered, sign up right there. I give you my word. It'll be worth more than you could ever pay for it, all right? I'll see you in the next class. This is IMC Nation. This is Be the Best and fuck the rest. Let's go.